I think we should not delay, we should start. All right, guys. Okay. So, fine. Good evening, everyone, again, and I welcome all of you to this wonderful webinar, which is, the webinar on basics of health economics and real world evidence, where we will be talking about the basics of HEOR, basics of real world evidence is RWE, and we will be telling you because, in past few weeks, because we are going to conduct a wonderful, one of the big conference that I'm going to tell you even. So why we came up with this webinar? Because when we were advertising, when we were talking to the people about this, so we found that many people are not very much familiar with the topic of HEOR and RWE, and this is a very niche area, right? So I think this is the first thing where we should tell you about the basics, where we should tell you what exactly is HEOR, what exactly is RWE. Though we are conducting the course, and we are conducting many webinars, and we have the HEOR internship also, and we have trained around if I'm not wrong, more than 500 people in our past events of HUR, but still 500 is not a big number. So we should tell the people, we should make them aware about the HUR, what exactly is health economics and outcome research, what exactly is RWE, and we have to tell them about the career options and how they can grow in this field, because these certain fields are there which are right now, I can say those are trend and those are future. Right, HUR is one of them, because when we talk about the policy makings, when we talk about the treatment choices, when we talk about the drug choices, when we are talking about the costing, cost benefit analysis, or what kind of thing where the cost is involved, or health economics is involved, or suppose when we are developing a drug, so real world evidences, systematic reviews, or meta analysis, network analysis, wherever you see, all come under this domain: health economics and outcome research and real world evidences. Because when we are talking about the cost, when we are talking about the policies, those are depending on real world evidences, evidence based medicine, right? So these all are related fields, and definitely this is a very niche area when we talk about, but now this is booming and this is the future, because everything is depending on health economics. Okay, and the evidences, right? So this particular workshop, I'll not take much time. This particular workshop is conducted by Clemat and Dualsphere Solutions Singapore, led by Dr. Richa Goyal, who is with us today as one of the speaker. And this conference is also, being partnered with the Gitanjali Institute of Pharmacy, Gitanjali University, Udaipur, and University Institute of Pharma Sciences, Chandigarh University, and Association of Community Pharmacists of India, right? So you will get, when you are getting the certificate, you will get the certificate with all these credentials and logos for this webinar. One of the when we conduct such things, there are a lot of partners coming in, and they are showing the interest to participate, or to be the part of such a good drive, right? So you will get the certificate of certificate with all these credentials, but only one condition: you have to be with us till the end, and based on your attendance only, you will get your certificate, right? So you have to be with us, you have to fill the form. So I'm telling you, have to be with us till the end. We will share the form here in the chat box here during the webinar at the end, and you have to fill that form, and then you will get the certificate, right? So no one can come to me at the end, and no one will come to me at the end and say, sir, I'm so sorry, I left the meeting early, or I had this excuse, I had that excuse. I'm so sorry, I'll not help you in the certificate. So if you want the certificate for this webinar, you have to stay with us till the end, and you have to fill the form, attendance form. Okay, very clear about that. And the people, you're most welcome to learn, because this is a learning drive from Dual Sphere Consultancy, and from the Climate Research Solutions, for all of you in the domain of HEOR, right? And I again have one more announcement for all of you. We are conducting one of the world's very unique conference on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd November. I think that you have seen in multiple things. This is the conference. This conference is International HUR and RWE conference that is completely online, 100% online, right? This is again is done by planned by Climate Research Solutions and Dual Sphere Consulting, and in association with the India's first university for medtech, which is KIHT, Kalam Institute of Health Technology, in Vizag. And not only this, if you look at the numbers of partners here, we have institutional partners, Gitanjali University, we have Chandigarh University, we have society partners, ASEAN Pharmacist Society, we have Association of Community Pharmacists of India, and we have multiple AI companies and new startups from industry like HealthTech Mitra, new Neurat AI and Pharmagen AI and Invocept. There are multiple companies which are associated with us to conduct this wonderful conference. So this is on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd November. Okay, dates are completely over for submissions of abstract because and I'm very proud to say that there are almost 130 plus registrations, 130 plus only abstracts we got, being such a niche area HEOR, we got 130 plus abstracts, and those results are also out for the abstracts. But still, as you are attending today's webinar, you are getting one last chance to register. If you wish to register, you can just go to this website climedevents.com, and you will get the registration form. Okay, go and register if you wish to attend this course, and sorry, wish to attend this conference, right? This is a 3 days event. This is a wonderful event. Let me show you what we are going to provide, right? What we are going to provide. So first, check out the guests and check out the speakers not only from India, USA, Europe. People are joining us from different countries, all around the globe. People are joining us, and joining us to deliver the lectures. See, there are almost 32 plus sessions, 32 plus global leaders of HEOR, right? And I think that's all to talk about this, because we have a lot of time, to talk about the other things also. So I invite all of you to attend this conference, and for all of you only, because everything was closed on 27th, actually 26th only. 26th October, all the registrations and abstract submissions were over. But as you are attending, this conference, you can register if you wish. You can register today. Okay, that is one of the last chance for all of you to attend this conference. So if you wish, that is completely up to you. First, let's learn the HEOR, let's learn RWE from these experts, Dr. Rajpal Singh ji and Dr. Richa Goyal. Dr. Richa Goyal will be, introducing Dr. Rajpal, and she will be telling about, Dual Sphere Consulting, Singapore, which is her company, and she will be talking about Dr. Rajpal also. So after that, definitely, we'll be sharing the link, and at the end of the webinar, after 1 hour, after almost 45 minutes, we will share the link for attendance also. And if you want to register, you can register. This conference is 100% online. Yes, Sabha, this is 100% online. Okay, so yeah, over to you, Dr. Richa Goyal.
Thanks, Dr. Ajit. Hi, everyone. A very good evening to all of you. As Dr. Ajit has spoken about the conference, one thing that I would like to add from my personal experience is we are bringing the industry leaders together for you all. So they will not just be teaching, or going. Sorry, they will be covering the practical aspects on how to tackle a particular project in a corporate, and every session is timed for 45 minutes, which includes about 30 to 35 minutes of the lecture delivering by the expert. And then you will get an opportunity to talk to them, ask your questions, your queries, either in chat or by unmuting yourself for 10 to 15 minutes with each speaker. A personal thing I would like to tell you, I wish I had a chance to interact with such eminent personalities when I was a student, right? Because all of them are leaders in their field. All of them, majority of them are internationally based. We are bringing speakers from US, Europe, UK, Singapore, India, everywhere across the globe. We have speaker lineup from Pfizer, AbbVie, Ferring, many AI companies, where you will also get to know, they will display their platforms and you will get to know what is happening in the AI space. We have CROs, consulting companies. We have IQVIA, Optum, WNS, Eversana, everything on our platform. So it's a very good opportunity. Being the organizer, I shouldn't be saying, but yes, I can say this proudly, that we have bought all these good and eminent speakers and leaders, right, for you all, so that you can interact and learn maybe their career journey or how a particular project is done when it comes to us. Right. So please
Exactly.
make most of it and go and register. We will also share the link to the conference in the chat of this session as well, so that you can go and register. Okay. Yeah. With
So,
yes, yes, Dr. Ji.
guys, one more thing I just want to add. I'm very sure if you are, applying to any job in HEOR in the future, you will not be reachable to these people by, direct approaches. I'm very sure. Okay. So this is one of the biggest platform where you can directly talk to them. You can directly talk to them
Yes.
without any hesitation. Okay. You
Yes.
just have to attend this conference and you can talk to these people. You can ask your questions to these directors, founders, and everyone who is coming to this platform. Okay, so this is one of the best platform what we are trying to create for all of you. So we are expecting, many of you now to understand first HUR and RW, and then join this, mega drive where you will be understanding, talking. They will be talking about the careers. They will be talking about your placements. They will be talking about your, interviews. Everything is fixed in this
Everything.
3 days domain.
Yes.
Okay, everything is fixed in this Reader's Domain. So that is one of the wonderful chance to understand the whole scenario and whole career point of, in the domain of HUR. So now we will not delay. Over to
Yeah,
you.
it is a knowledge that you don't get in the books for sure, 100%. Right. So now let's start in the interest of time. So I am Richa Goyal, and I'm the founder and CEO for Dual Sphere Consulting. After working in corporate for 17 years, I started my own company called Dual Sphere Consulting, January of this year. We have our company headquartered in Singapore with subsidiaries in UK and India. What we do, we work on HUR and RWE projects for pharmaceutical companies and big consulting houses. Without further delay, I would like to invite now Dr. Rajpal Singh. He's a seasoned professional in HUR and RWE space, and currently he's the country lead HUR for ZS Associates. So Rajpal will be taking the initial slides, followed by myself. Rajpal, over to you. Please share your screen and let's start.
Yeah, thanks, Dr. Richa. Please give me a
And Rajpal sir, please tell a bit about your journey also. And
Yes.
Richa ji, I'll request you also to share about your journey a little bit, so these
Okay.
people can get something like how to reach at this point of career in HEOR, and how did you go, how did you choose HEOR, so they can get that idea like, okay,
Yeah.
HEOR is something what they can also choose and they can also make a career in that.
Sure. Thanks, Dr. Ajit. So quickly, 2 minutes on myself. I come from family of doctors. Okay, so my mother, father, everyone from my father's side is a doctor. Okay, I could not clear my PMT. I I accept this openly. I could not clear. That is why how I got into pharmacy. So many a times you're asked question like pharmacy kyun liya? Why did you take it and all, right? So it was as per the merit list. I got pharmacy. I got into it. Okay. When I started my career in 2007, before that, from the pharmacy, people used to come and ask my parents openly. I belong to Punjab, and they used to ask in Punjabi that you want your daughter to open a pharmacy shop. Or I thought teaching, although I love that profession very much, I have a very deep respect for teaching. But at that time, only two options were there. Either I can go in teaching profession, or I can have my own medical shop, right? But then HUR happened. So I joined my first company in 2007, which opened up one of its subsidiaries in India. In my interview, I remember very distinctly the first question I was asked was, what is ITT population? That is, what is intent to treat population? And my answer was, I don't know. Right. And after that, of course, there were many subsequent questions, and I cleared the interview. Okay. But what I feel today also, it's been 18 years, but still the gap exists where students still struggle with basic definitions like intent to treat population, per protocol population, modified ITT, what is randomization allocation, what is blinding, and these are very, and what are different types of study designs, and it's very disheartening to see all these kinds of struggle. So then we came up with this course, and now we, as Dr. Ajit said, we have been interacting with 500 plus students, telling them what is HUR, what are the career options available. Another thing, I started my job as an analyst at an analyst level. I am masters in pharmacy specializing in pharmacology. I started my job in 2007. On the way, after working for 10 plus years, I realized when I started handling profit and loss, I need to do MBA. I did my MBA from NMIMS through weekend classes. After that, I thought there is a need for PhD. I did my PhD in clinical research. So I did my MBA and PhD along with my job. My message, please keep on learning, keep on growing. Whatever opportunity you get to learn, please make most of it. That is how we all grow. With this, Rajpal, over to you, please.
Yeah, thanks, Dr. Richa. So, hello everyone. I am Dr. Rajpal Singh. So, in terms of my journey, so after completing my bachelor in pharmacy, I had worked for 1 year in 2008 in Sun Pharmaceuticals as a sales representative as well. Post that, I shifted to completing my master's in pharmacy that I completed in 2011, and I chose to work with WNS. That's an organization with the office in Gurgaon, near to New Delhi, where I was in market research. And then working for 3 years in market research profile, I shifted to HUR. Basically, when I joined Tata Consultancy Services in 2014. So that at that point of time as well, we why I'm telling this, because if you're not able to get into HUR at the first instance after your college, you can choose to basically change your career options going ahead as well. So since 2014 till 2025, in last 11 12 years, I'm working in HUR industry. Prior to that, I was working with market research in market research profile. So the point I want to bring here is that yes, it is fine to change your career options after even 3 4 5 years working in a field of pharmacovigilance or any other field. And people have done that, and people have joined HUR, as well as some HUR people have moved to other as well, other options. So it's perfectly fine to shift from one career option to another while working. And in terms of learning as well, so I have completed my PhD in clinical research last year while working along. So as Dr. Richa has quoted that please don't stop learning and stop studying along with your job as well. So with this, I will move to the session. Let me share my screen. Please let me know if it is visible. Dr. Jeet or Dr. Richa, can you confirm if the screen is visible?
Yes,
Yes,
Rajpal.
Rajpal sir. Yes, absolutely, it is visible.
Okay, thank you. So today's session is on basics of health economics and real world evidence about its career option and how we can grow in this. So the agenda for today's session will be what is HUR, that is Health Economics and Outcome Research, and what is RWE, that is Real World Evidence. What are the skills, scopes, and opportunities in this field, and how we can enter into corporate, some points on that as well. So if we talk about health economics and outcome research, it's basically amalgamation of two words, health economics and outcomes research. So health economics is basically analyzing the economical aspect of basically health and healthcare based upon the cost and consequences of healthcare intervention. So basically, if we are giving a healthcare intervention, a treatment to a patient, what are the cost and consequences associated with that? This part is covered in health economics. And second one is outcome research, where we evaluate the effect of healthcare interventions on patient-related clinical, humanistic, and economic outcomes. So where these are applicable, these are applicable in clinical epidemiology, health economic evaluation, clinical outcome assessments. Just give me a second. Yeah. Clinical outcome assessments, policy research, health services research, as well as clinical research. Why do we need HUR evidence or health economics and outcome research evidence? Basically, to identify an unmet need. Suppose there is a rare disease or an orphan disease, and there is not, we don't have sufficient treatment options for that. How will we come to know that there is a gap or there is an unmet need? Through conducting a HUR study. By use of a HUR study, we can supplement randomized clinical trial data with real world evidence data as well. We will be discussing this in detail in upcoming slides as well. HUR studies can answer basically evidence gaps as well. That what are the evidence gaps in certain treatments, in certain indications or therapy areas. Through HUR studies, we can promote patient-centered research. These can help us in developing and evaluating cost containment strategies for the treatment, adapt data to different populations. Suppose there is a study that has been conducted in US specific population, how the insights from that studies can be utilized in the patient population of Asian or European patients. We can conduct HUR studies for those as well. HUR studies also answers or responds to changes in market environment, so, because there are differences among the patient characteristics, affordability, willingness to pay among US, European, and Asian regions as well. And then we conduct HUR studies to comply with HTA submissions. What are HTA submissions? These are health technology assessment submissions that are done to specific HTA bodies of each country or region to get the reimbursement of that drug. With this, now these are the scope of HUR, real world evidence, and market access service offerings. It lies in the entire drug cycle. So from development to in-market, while launch, we can conduct literature reviews to inform early and phase 3 clinical trials. We can conduct literature search and evidence reviews for regulatory submissions. We can develop models through that. We can access the strategies, that is pricing and reimbursement. Literature reviews are also conducted to update the evidence and safety data once the molecule is in the market as well. So these are the various services that in HUR we play a pivotal role during the entire drug life cycle, from development, from R&D strategy to growth, expansion, post-marketing studies everywhere. Now we were talking about literature reviews in the previous slide. So there are two types of literature reviews that primarily come under HUR are the systematic reviews and targeted reviews. Targeted reviews or the narrative reviews are the reviews that we generally do in industry, in academic sessions, academic settings. Basically, these are a review with a fixed scope. But when we come to a systematic review that is done in a professional environment in corporates, these reviews basically doing these, we collate all the empirical evidence that fits into a pre-specific eligibility criteria in order to answer a specific research question. And it is based upon PICOS. PICOS is PICOS. It stands for P stands for population, I for intervention, C for comparator, O for outcome, and S for study design. Let's take an example here. Suppose we have to conduct a systematic review to compare the clinical efficacy and safety of paracetamol versus ibuprofen in the patients with higher body temperature, means fever. In that, the population will be the patients with higher body temperature. Intervention will be the paracetamol. Comparator will be the ibuprofen. Outcome would be the reduction in body temperature or normalization of body temperature. And study design, we can, as per our scope, we can either include only randomized clinical trials or observational studies as well. So based upon this entire criteria, we will conduct a systematic review to identify the studies which are comparing paracetamol with ibuprofen on these outcomes. So this is a systematic review that we conduct in HUR studies. After completion of systematic review, where we have identified certain studies that are comparing the two molecules, we can do qualitative assessment or qualitative synthesis of those data which are coming from those clinical trials. So that is called meta-analysis, which is done post-systematic literature review. If we have two set of interventions like paracetamol comparison with ibuprofen, we can conduct a direct meta-analysis. Whereas if we have a third comparator, suppose naproxen, And there are studies comparing naproxen and paracetamol, and studies comparing paracetamol and ibuprofen, but there are no head-to-head trials between naproxen and ibuprofen. We can conduct an indirect treatment comparison. And these both methodologies can be combined in this analysis, where we call this mixed treatment comparisons. So there are certain softwares that we use for conducting these, like RevMan, MetaAnalyst, AppyMeta, MetaTest, MetaStat. And in the general, in the stat as well, we use Stata, Winbug, SAS, S+, as well as these days we use R and RStudio as well for conducting a meta-analysis or a network meta-analysis. So this is generally the outcome of a network meta-analysis in terms of a forest plot, which gives a cumulative efficacy and safety results of all the studies. So it basically strengthens the evidence that from all these 10, 15 studies, what is the evidence that is coming out? So this is the overall summary effect of all the studies, which is not easy to compare while these studies are separated. But doing this analysis, we can compare the summary estimate from all the studies. Now, certain terminologies that will help you in your interviews as well. What is real world data? So this is a patient level data not collected in conventional randomized controlled trials. Basically, in a randomized controlled trials, we include a certain set of patients with certain inclusion exclusion criteria, and then we conduct that study or a trial. But when we come to real world, wherever the patients are taking the drugs, we have to if we are collecting that data, that comes under real world data, because that is coming from a real world scenario. Examples of that are electronic medical records that are kept in the hospitals, claims data whenever we claim our basically claim from the insurance companies or reimbursement authorities. That comes from claims data. Mortality data also comes from hospital, consumer data. So these type of data is called as real world data. And whenever we generate insights from this data, it is called as real world insights. Now, what is real world evidence? So whenever we are basically generating insights from real world data using an appropriate scientific and generated commercial analytics with a specific intention to support a claim or belief. Suppose we are claiming that drug A is more efficacious than drug B, then how we come to know that? For that we have collected the real world data, we have generated insights, and these insights are there to support a claim. Then these comes as real world evidence. Next is from where this real world evidence or real world data comes from. This can come from clinical outcome assessments, lab biomarker data, mortality data, social media data as well, pharmacy data, hospital data, claims data, prospective studies we can conduct from the electronic medical health records, from registries, from consumer data, even from the wearables like the watches, smartwatches that we wear. That those also store data. Those store our vitals basically. That is also data, a clinical data, which can be part of RWD data. Now, why we are working on RWE when we have conducted randomized clinical trials? It's basically objective of randomized clinical trials is, can the treatment work? But in real world scenario, when we conduct a RWA study, it tells us, does it work or not in the real world scenario? RCTs are done to gain regulatory approvals, whereas RWA studies influence clinical practice. That yes, in the real world scenario also, this treatment is better than other ones. When we conduct randomized clinical trials that are in ideal conditions, we have stringent inclusion-exclusion criteria. Generally, we remove the comorbidities. Suppose we are conducting a randomized clinical trial for diabetic patients, most probably we will be excluding the hypertensive patient. But in the real-world scenario, we cannot say that this diabetic drug can only be given to a patient who does not have hypertension, because we will be having patients who have both the conditions as well. So RWA data reflects the real-world scenarios. In RCTs, we have fixed regimen of treatment, whereas in RWE, when the patient is taking treatment at home, it can be a flexible regime as well. If we talk about external and internal variabilities, external variability is very low to medium because we have a specific stringent inclusion criteria, but it is very high with the RW data because it is from a real world scenario and the population is very heterogeneous. There might be multiple comorbidities, different age groups and everything. And if we call about internal validity, it is very high in RCTs because of the stringent criteria where it comes as variable because it is coming from a real world scenario. Now I will hand over to Dr. Richa Goyal for skills, scopes, and opportunities of HUR and RW world.
Thanks. Thank you so much, Rajpal. Okay, so one question. So before I go into the skills that are required, what kind of projects are there in, I would say, HUR, if you say? So the kind of projects that we generally do involve the systematic literature reviews, pharmacoeconomic modeling, budget impact model, cost effectiveness model. Sometimes we are asked to develop those global models. Sometimes we do the adaptations, country adaptations of the global models. Also, the projects include global value dossiers, which involve your medical writing skill, abstracts, posters, and many a times it is the health technology assessment submissions that we do. There are various HTA bodies globally, like NICE for UK, ICER for US, PBSC for Australia. And the kind of projects that the HTA submissions involve are the amalgamation of systematic review, modeling, and global value dossier. So everyone doesn't know everything. It's an amalgamation of different skills that go into HUR and RWE. When we talk about RWE, there can be prospective studies, retrospective studies, claims data analysis, and so on and so forth. Now, when we conduct interviews for freshers, there are certain skills which are must have. So there are certain skills which are optional, good to have, and there are certain skills which are must have. Must haves include a basic understanding of the HUR concepts, especially the terminologies, cost effectiveness, burden of illness, real world data. No one expects you to do the projects, but at least you should have the basic understanding of these terminologies. Excel, SPSS, R, SAS, especially the free softwares. You should have a know-how and should have a medium level of, I would say, understanding, because basic to medium you use in your thesis. Okay. Then literature review skills. We do not expect you to make a complete search strategy, but should know how to use Medline, Google Scholar, or any other databases. Understanding of systematic review, at least what is the methodology, how it is done, and a basic knowledge of various reference management tools that you might also be using in your thesis. I am referring your term thesis because this is a terminology as a student you can correlate with, that yes, I have done this in my thesis and this will help me to broaden my skill ahead. Scientific writing and communication. So if your guides ask you to write papers in your masters, please do. I know many universities and colleges have made it compulsory to have at least 2 to 3 publications before they sign out the thesis, and it is more for the PhD students. Please listen to them. I listened to my guide. I had about 4 or 5 publications in my masters, and that actually helped. It helped me in honing my medical writing and scientific communication skills. And then slide decks, posters, white papers. You can ask me a question like, nowadays we have OpenAI, ChatGPT, Gemini, so many things. Why do we need? There is a concept called human in the loop. Of course, they can make your poster, slide decks, they can enhance it for you. But for every process, there is human in the loop. Okay, so learn about it. Now, as I said, applied skills that is to be developed early, HUR basics, real world data basics, project coordination skills, how to manage your time, if you have to meet any deadline. And then there is attention to detail. You have to self QC your work. That you should know. Then another, soft skills or attitude. So it's an amalgamation of skill and competency. And one very important thing that I see as an interviewer in somebody is there is something called as a skill or a will. Okay, let's elaborate that. Skill means there is something that you can acquire, that you can learn on the job through the trainings and other platforms. But there is something called as will, which is related to learning agility. Okay, so that we see a lot. Myself, Rajpal, and other leaders, while we interview, the person should have learning agility. If you have that skill that no, I have to learn, I have to master that skill, then you can succeed in any particular job. Curiosity, willingness to learn, critical thinking, out of the box thinking, and your communication should be very strong. When we talk about communication, it has different aspects. One is verbal, okay, your body language, written communication skill. So communication, again, it is a mixture of different forms of communicative skills, right? Nice to have, but not mandatory. As I said, awareness about what is ISPOR. I think nowadays almost all the colleges have their regional ISPOR chapters to participate. Exposure to basic modeling tools, Excel, Triage, or whatever the free tools that are available if you have an interest. Pro tip for freshers, focus on building core understanding. Okay. Master the basics, writing skills, literature analysis, the complex skills that you can learn on the job. Core skills for experienced people. As I said, there are different skill sets available. If, let's say, we are interviewing with somebody with for health economic modeling, we want the person to be proficient at least in the budget impact model, cost effectiveness, Markov model, decision tree analysis, and should know how to make these models from the scratch, de novo, or country adaptations of the global model. Real world evidence generation, studies designs for retrospective studies, familiarity with claims data, EMRs, registries, variables, etc., along with what are the challenges when you work with these kinds of data sets. Then there is statistical and analytical skills, biostats, use of tools like SAS, Python, R, etc. Then patient-centric outcomes, designing of PRO studies. There are certain PRO tools which are available. How do you standardize the new tools with them? Literature review, how to conduct SLR, how to conduct meta-analysis, what are PRISMA guidelines, what is the Cochrane methodology, now coming up with JCA, what it says, how it is implemented, etc. Coming to medical writing skills, manuscripts, white papers, HTA dossiers, value proposition documents. Also, once you are at the project management skill, should know how to communicate with the stakeholders. Stakeholder, anybody who has a stake in the project is a stakeholder. Can be your client, can be your internal people, can be your team, your juniors, seniors, everyone. Then also should be proficient in strategic and cross-functional skills, market access, what is happening with the payer and HTA landscape globally, what are the value frameworks that are being developed, how to manage a particular projects, including timeline, budgets, vendors, collaborators, etc. Publication planning, very important skill, how to identify a target journal, coordination with the authors, review cycle, formatting, compliance with ICMJ, GPP, etc. publication standards. Okay. Now, for experienced people, there are certain interpersonal or soft skills that we prefer. Should know collaboration and teamwork, critical thinking and problem solving. Problem everyone knows. Come up with solutions. Adaptability and continuous learning, as we were talking about learning agility. Bonus skill, AI, ML, and HUR. Please learn these skills. Okay. Dr. Ajit keeps on conducting a lot of webinars, which are really, really impressive. Take part in those and learn about them. Rajpal, previous slide once, please. Thank you. Health policy and system thinking, understanding the broader healthcare ecosystem and policy levers, and global health policy awareness. This is very, very important. Next slide. Now, career options. There are various career options that you can choose. You can go to KPO. What is a KPO? Knowledge process outsourcing. You can go to consulting companies. There are CI companies, HUR companies. Nowadays, digital health and analytics, AI, data mining, data scientists, etc. You can go to CROs, contract research organizations, drug inspector, pharmacists. You can go to core research, can join R&D, medical affairs, pharma commercials, business development, can also go to academics as well. Okay, another very important concept, digital twin. So what is a digital twin? It is a virtual representation of something that actually exists. It involves a lot of modeling and simulation work. That is why it caught my attention. There's a movie called Apollo 13, which is a real life example of digital twin, how a spacecraft was stuck in the space and its virtual twin was available. So the scientists were running various simulations, and that helped the astronauts to come back to Earth safely. How it is used, I have been attending a lot of conferences. We are developing digital tools, especially for, I saw for type 2 diabetes, I saw for a lot of pan liver diseases. Okay, so various modeling and simulations are run, right? Okay, fine. Metaverse. It's a hypothetical iteration of the internet where it's an amalgamation of virtual reality and augmented reality. Nowadays, there are a lot of hospitals which exist which are not in brick and stone, I would say. Okay, a lot of virtual hospitals are there, and also in virtual reality, what you can do, let's say one surgeon is performing a surgery, and there's a requirement of multiple surgeons to be there in the OT. Unfortunately, they cannot travel considering logistics and other constraints. So through virtual reality, they can actually guide the doctors in the room and have successful surgeries, especially the complicated ones. Humanoids and bots, I have seen those. I mean, it's very interesting to see these things, and many of them, you see this first lady, this is based on AI, right? And questions you ask, some of them are fed in her, and some of it makes up the answers, basically analyzing the other answers and questions which it has been fed into. So a lot of large language models and AI and computation goes behind, but it's good to see them, right, in the conferences just roaming around. Okay, now please learn about what is AI, what is Gen AI, artificial intelligence. It's been there for long, guys, and it's here to stay. It's a broad concept. It helps in decision making, pattern recognition, language understanding, predictive analytics. Gen AI is a subset of AI, which can create new content like text, images, audio, video, or code. If I am taking interview today, I would definitely ask what are the different kinds of large language models you have come across. Have you used any LLM? For what it is used, right? So these kinds of things you should know. Okay, large language models, these are the foundational models with Gen AI trained or massive text-based data sets. The focus of this is just the career option. So as I said, as of now, I want to restrict, like, please know what is a large language model and name some large language models in an interview. Prepare this question. If you see, AI is being used, a lot of tools have been used for various HUR projects, especially for SLR screening. It saves a lot of time. Okay, in RWE, in economic modeling, in manuscript writing. You cannot be dependent on these tools like Copilots and ChatGPT, but at least they give you a starting point. When you're writing any manuscript or anything, do not use this derivative language, but at least use it in generation of ideas, in searching something quick that is available, because still till today many of the journals or many of the HTA bodies do not appreciate work to be done by AI, or if it is done by AI, there has to be a human in the loop. Okay, what is a job interview? Very important thing, it is a two-way interaction between the interviewer and the interviewee. It is a two-way interaction. I am repeating this term. Okay, next slide, Rajpal. Right. So prepare for these interview questions. Nowadays, large language models help in doing that. Generate interview questions, help mock interviews with large language model. There are certain tailored questions you will get. Ask for the feedback, suggest improvements. Large language models can do all these things with you. Or have a friend, rehearse with your friend, prepare for the interview before going. Okay, why do we need interview skill? It gives confidence, improves knowledge, and it helps you to perform better. I prepare for all my meetings before going. Right, I believe in preparations. When do I prepare? After I start my job, no. When you are in college, attend seminars like you're attending this one, watch YouTube videos, make a list of common questions, acquire additional skills, certificates. But couple of things I would like to highlight here is, do not follow the herd mentality. Don't follow like if my friend is doing, I will also do the same. See the relevance, see your interest, and do it. You are a student. Do not spend a lot of money in acquiring these skills. Okay. Listen and follow leaders. I do. Okay. And it helps. Some of the interview skills: background research, read about the company, what it does, what kind of business it has. Be polite. Your body language should be welcoming and positive. Be your own self. Do not mimic anyone. Review your own resume, please. Masters, I was interviewing one candidate. No, Nishit, slide is changing. Maybe you can rejoin. Okay, so sorry, it popped up. Yeah, review your own CV. I was interviewing one candidate who was master's in pharmacy and pharmacology, but the CV said pharmacognosy. Very embarrassing, because the person copy pasted his friend's CV. Prepare standard questions. Prepare your wardrobe. I'm not asking to buy luxury brand. I don't buy them. Right. Have a clean, crisp dress. Do salary research. These days it is available online. Do not criticize your former employer. I know we all have grudges, but please do not show it while doing the interview. Always say thank you. Do not discuss confidential information. You might be working on certain drugs which have still not been launched in the market. Do not disclose. Always ask for the feedback. As I said, it's a two-way communication. At the end, always ask, how did I perform? Cut the noisy background. Find answers online. Do not find answers online during an interview. Uh, Interviewer comes to know. Do not make your friend stand in front of you and ask for answers. Do not use your phone for finding answers. Do not copy assignments, and have a serious attitude. Your attitude matters. This is a saying: your attitude determines your altitude. Okay, how far you will reach in your life, your attitude governs the same. Okay, always invest in yourself. Very important tip that was given to me and Rajpal by one of our previous leaders. Always introduce yourself before asking anything or suggesting anything in a meeting. Let's say if you are in a seminar or in an office meeting, right? Or in a town hall. So always, if you ask a question, first make it a point to ask a question. It gives you visibility. Second, if you ask a question, always say, hi, my name is so and so, and I have this question. Entire conference will get to know you. I am taking this session from Singapore. I stay in Singapore. I'll give you one live example. I attended one of the MedTech Innovators Conference, and I asked a question. And there's a station called Little India in Singapore, and I was sitting at the station. Suddenly, one person walks up to me and he said, Richa, I met you at this conference, right? How does that person know me? He knows me because I asked that question. Okay, so people don't forget. Read whenever possible, your tab or or a book. Learn new skills. Focus on your physical and mental health. Very important. Develop any hobby and continue that. Maintain a journal. You will be amazed to see how far you have come. Rehearse before any important meeting. I do. If I don't, it gives me jitters. It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. Trust yourself. You know more than you think you do. But keep your attitude in check. Some books, people ask me to recommend some books. These are some books that I like. Not compulsory, but just some. We all follow YouTubes, we all see reels. It's good to follow. I also follow a lot of them. What do we learn from them? Platforms where we can find them. Next slide, Rajpal. I know we are short of time. these are some of the influencers I follow. There are other more also. If there would have been time, I would have been asked you to guess, and I really like playing that game. But we are short in time, and I know you know most of them. One important key to success is self confidence. Important key to self confidence is preparation. You prepare, half of the job is done. If there is a better way to do it, there's a way to do it better. Find it. Always, always, and always. With this, thank you card from my side, and any questions we are open to take.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Richa. Before that, I just want to share. I want to take their 5 more minutes, guys. Though I have shared the form, if you are not interested more to join it, it's fine. You can fill the form. You can get your certificates and just leave. Okay, no problem. Okay, you will get your certificate if you want to go now. But let me take 5 more minutes because this is very important. How Dr. Richa and how they have described Dr. Rajpal. So let me tell you what exactly you will just tell you, right? So how you can see the HUR. HUR, first of all, you will see in the local parts, in the international parts, and these are just the methodology. I'll not go to the technical part where you do the cost effective analysis, cost utility analysis, benefit analysis, and these impact analysis. All these they have already, told how to go for the patient reported outcomes and all, right? I'm not going to these part, real world evidences and all. Okay. What I really want to show you is how it is impactful and where you can go, right? So I will start from here. See, one of the India's biggest program is, completely derived by HUR. That is Ayushman Bharat. They give 5 lakhs to each family, for the treatments and for the surgeries and for the healthcare, to cover their healthcare insurances, the government of India. Until now almost 11 crores, 110, what we say, 1100 million now. I don't know how much in the millions, but 11 crores people got benefited out of it. So can you imagine how they have launched such a big program where a lot of money is involved and a lot of things are involved in this policy. So how did they make this policy? Like, whom to give, like who is the actual beneficiary of this, right? How much to give, how much we can give, what to include, what not to include. You must have heard of the people who have the cars in the house, they cannot avail this, who have the iPhone, they cannot avail this, right? So how they made all these decisions, how they made only 5 lakh will be given, or 5 lakh will be given, not 50,000, 1 lakh or 10 lakhs, right? And what kind of coverage will be there in this? Now they have included even all the other old people more than 70, all are included in this. All the health economist people are sitting there and doing it. All the policy makings are happening because there are health economists. Okay. And if you are really not finding it, if you think that what is the use of learning HUR, what is the use of learning RWE, this is the use. Because when we make the policies in any country, okay, at the local level or at the federal level, anywhere in state, in government, in the central government, wherever you make the policies, you need health economists to take all the lowest cost and the correct beneficiary, right? And then other than that, you must have seen a lot of things, the TB vaccinations, HPV vaccinations by the companies, by the government of India, and how the corona vaccines. So this is not just that, okay, prime minister has said that everyone will get corona vaccine, they will get it. The prime minister have said HPV vaccine will be given to everyone and it will be given. No, there is a full team of health economists and many more people who discuss on the all the terms, all the big discussions happen. And that's how the people, that's how the policies, that's how the policy makings happen. And that's how these services schemes come out to the real world. You look at the biosimilar insulin, look at the different screening camps, everything in the rural PSCs. Why they are doing it? How they are doing it? First, the only one thing which is involved in everything, which is the most common and most sensitive thing which is involved in everything what I'm talking about, is money. And how this money is being distributed, how this money being used, is just the health economist can decide when it comes to the health, right? Healthcare resource utilization, right? So from my side, guys, it is like at the global level also, many, you can see the World Health Organization model list of essential medicines completely based on HUR. Okay. And then this, if you have heard of, if you're not heard of this, this HIV vaccines, which is like PEPFAR, which is called PEPFAR scheme, right? It was started in 2004, and now it is like 2023. There are 20 million beneficiaries of among, like across the world. 23 million beneficiaries out of this, which is given by, multiple countries now. Previously, it was US President's funds. So these all are decided by health economists. Why you are sleeping? Why you are not? Why you are just thinking that HUR is simply, simply something which is not useful for you? This is very much useful. Okay, and this is the actual future wearables, all devices, personalized medicine, patient-centered outcomes. This is all HUR and RWE. Okay, so I'll say only I'll come to the actionable part where you need call to action, guys. So these two are very, very important for the academicians and for the researchers. For the students, build expertise in HUR, pharmacoeconomics, and real-world evidences. Engage in internships, online courses, research projects, and I'm telling you guys, we all are, almost from the medical departments, pharmacy background, or wherever we are, or dental or any other physiotherapy or wherever. Health economics, health burden, disease burden, or cost, or health resource utilizations are involved everywhere. Do your PG research, PharmD research, involve some element of pharmacoeconomics, involve some element of drug utilization review, involves some element of healthcare resource utilization, disease burden, financial aspects of disease, right? So this will take you to the HUR. That is the core concept of HUR at your level, right? And if you are not understanding this, I believe you won't understand anything else, right? And for the academicians and researchers, please engage your students into health economics. Do the PharmD students all the projects on health economics, financial burden of this disease, financial burden of this disease, healthcare resource utilization, and the heart failure, healthcare resource utilization, and in the infectious problems, or wherever you want to give them some chances to learn this new domain. And this is not new actually. We are just calling it new because now it is more useful than previously, right? So with that, guys, this is something for you. Please learn, okay? And for policymakers, definitely this would also, for the global corporations, that is not for you guys. But yes, I will suggest you to please, take some actions for you. Please take some actions for you and get into this domain. This is a wonderful domain where your future is waiting, good salaries are waiting, and new things in your life. Okay, yes, Chins. Now, yes, guys, anyone wants to comment on this?
People are asking us to take more such informative sessions, Dr. Ajit.
HUR conference, one of the
Yeah.
biggest platform for HUR. We are
Yeah.
coming with, yes. And definitely we are coming up with a lot of other things you guys will be taking. Yes, someone is asking questions. Dr. Akila wants to ask some question. Yes, guys. Any question? Okay, I think you are on mute, everyone. Wait, I will open your mics. Now you are on unmute. Please talk. Yes, please talk. Now you can unmute yourself.
Hello, Dr. Ajit. Hello, Dr. Richa. I have a query. How can real-world evidence generated from hospital pharmacy interventions be effectively integrated to HEOR models? My query is how to support this clinical decision making in hospitals.
See, It can be for the real world evidence. It comes as a part of, I would say, prospective study, where you want to see the burden of disease, the epidemiology. This data can also be used in pharmacoeconomic modeling, where you want to see the cost effectiveness or the budget impact analysis. So data can be used in multiple forms, in the form of electronic medical records, electronic health records. So
Yeah.
it is used both in real world as well as the health economics part. There is an entire detailed methodology, Dr. Akhila, right, which of course we cannot take here, but of course in our subsequent upcoming session, we will take you through how this data amalgamates into a retrospective study, a prospective study, a claims database, or a pharmacoeconomic model. But a very, very practical question.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And
Thank you
at
so much.
at the basic level, definitely you can integrate, you can check out first, because the first thing which starts with the real world evidence, and that is very important to make the guidelines or any policies. So, integrate HEOR, healthcare resource utilizations, in the projects what you are doing in the hospitals right now. That will be done. I think I have Dr. Mahadev sir. We have Dr. Mahadev sir joining from USA. If he's here, please, sir. He was asking me in the in the message, like if we can ask them questions. Sir, are you here? Okay, I think
I saw him in the beginning, Dr. Ajit. Yeah.
Mahadev sir, are you here? I think he left. I sent her message in the LinkedIn. She's message. He said
Yes, I
yes,
can
yes.
see. Yeah.
Okay. So okay, guys. So any questions? Please kindly make more webinars. Okay, thank you,
Hi,
guys.
hi,
And
hi, sir.
some questions?
Yes, yes, please.
Hi,
Hi,
Yogesh,
sir.
please ask.
This is Yogesh, working as an analyst in HUR. Sir, even though we are, not up to the master levels, but we are know the terms and the in HUR, but we are facing a difficulty in finding a job. Even though we are know the terms in SLR, economic, the pharmacoeconomic, like cost effectiveness, cost benefit, minimization, decision analysis tree. Even though we are knowing, we are facing a difficulty in job finding. And
I think Dr. Isha or Dr.
Uh,
Rajpal can answer the
yeah,
question.
I will start, and Rajpal, please add to this one. So, basically, it depends on the number of openings a company has, and there are certain companies who keep on having the mass drives. Certain companies open it only as per the need basis. I got my first job through the campus placements, but it depends honestly on the uptake of how many employees a particular company wants to hire. So I would say do not lose hope. I would encourage keep on trying, okay, and keep yourself aware of these openings which are coming up time and again.
yes, ma'am. But we have, even I am from the NAIPA Guwahati. The placement was like a little low,
Mm-hmm.
and we have approached the outside of the campus to the many companies. Even, I am from the pharmacy practice department. So basically, we have done the SLR and network meta-analysis. So we are knowing the basics of the basic terminologies like pharmacoeconomics, pharmacovigilance, epidemiology, so on. So even though we are knowing the basics as a fresher, even though we are knowing the basics and we have done the some part of the thesis in ISLR and network meta-analysis, we faced many of them. Still, many of my friends are struggling.
Now here I would like to add something. So basically when we say that we have basic knowledge of network meta-analysis, basic knowledge of systematic literature reviews, so what differences we can make among the competitors is basically how we can showcase that we have expertise or we have some basic knowledge about that is through publications. When your
Yes.
resume have certain publications that you have done during your master's or PharmD, through that you can make a difference in the interview process as well. So that is why Dr. Icha has emphasized that always try to write manuscripts, posters while doing your courses. So through that you can showcase that yes, I have this experience and I have this knowledge. Just writing down those things that I have done systematic review and meta-analysis in your resume, sometimes the competitors, so suppose I got 10 resumes for one position. So I cannot interview all 10, but yes, we'll basically pick 4 or 5 from them. And in that process, I will pick the people who have more experience, or if I am hiring freshers who have more publications on the relevant experience. So these are the things where we have to work while we are completing our courses.
Be the differentiator.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Got it.
absolutely, absolutely. And one more thing, I think these two are, very rightly said, but I want to add, like, you don't have to get into the job directly. Get into the internships, get into some little bit of free learnings. Free learnings means just okay, add get into some startup, get into some big companies or small companies, and tell them, okay, I am just here to learn. Okay, if you want to hire me later, but don't pay me, but I want to learn, right? Get me as an intern. So join as an intern. See, nowadays, I get a lot of this question that we are fresher, we are not getting the jobs because you are not properly skilled for. So for that, you have to get internships for to spend some time, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months after your your college, right? Go for the internships. And once you are well versed with the scenarios in the organizations, then definitely there is no one who can stop you from getting the job. Right. So yeah, this you have to approach in the different way. That's all.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for your suggestions. Thank you, ma'am.
No problem at all.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, hi ma'am. Namaste.
I
Myself,
think I've
Dr.
answered this Rishikesh's questions. Anyone else who wants to ask the question?
Yes, yes. I would like to have one
Sure.
question, sir. I have joined in between. Sorry for that. I was in some other meeting. I am new to this health economics, like HEOR point of view. So I want to grow. I like this webinar. It is good. Somewhat, I'm also a family graduate. Right now, I'm working as a trainer and also quality person for Apollo Hospitals, Hyderabad. So I was looking into this, and what is your perspectives, like how you will be helping us, sir, like Clinimed? This,
How we
yeah. Hello.
Dr. Ajit, it's breaking up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Sir. There is a network issue
He
from
will
your
he will
side.
come back. He will come back. Just give
Yes, yes,
give a
yes.
1 minute. Otherwise, me and Rajpal will take it up. But yeah.
I think if you would have asked me this. I'm so sorry. I had some network problems. No, I now I can get these.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. So what I was telling is, see, Clemed, if you would have asked me a year back, no, will Richa is there with us, and in past 4 months, I think we have conducted such lovely programs in HUR. First program in HUR for 10 weeks, and that was very wonderful, where we trained around 186 people, and after that, immediately we launched the internship in webinar, an internship in HUR and RWE, which is ongoing right now. I think 10 or I mean 8 or 10 classes are already done for that. Okay, so that is
And each consisting of, sir, each consisting of, like, is it for couple of months or like
3 months. It is 3 months. So in that, that is not just a classroom. I mean, teaching. This is like when you are there is 2 hours workshop every week, and following the assignments and quizzes. So you are well versed with that domain, well versed with that topic, right? So now internship is going on, and after that internship, we are coming up with fellowships, as the people are suggesting. We are coming up with the fellowships also after this, and now in between we came up with multiple webinars, and our this one of the biggest conference which we are I think ISPR is a physical conference, but after that, if it in the virtual domains, that is one of the biggest largest conference what we are conducting in in the virtual domain, which is on 1st to 3rd November, right? So And how we are helping? We are definitely teaching the students. We are making them skills, and along with that, not only this, we are helping in the placing in different companies. We are making the space for internships in different companies for people, right? So definitely we are into this domain now, and we are not looking back. We have a lot of partners now, as you can see in our conference. Also, there are multiple partners with whom we are working, where we are getting the internships. We are placing our students. So yeah, it's a slow journey, but yeah, we are doing it.
Yes, sir, I'll contact you people. I'll contact you. Thanks to you for that. And since I don't have experience, I worked as assistant professor. Then I'm working as a trainer. So like it will be having little troublesome in the starting, but I'll learn. I'll see with you people, sir. I'll contact.
Surely.
There's
No
always a
problem.
learning curve, so no problem. We all
Yes,
have
yes,
been through that.
yes,
So we are there to guide you and help you. No problem at all.
yes. Always. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else, guys? Anyone else who is
Hello, ma'am. Hello,
yes.
ma'am. Myself Mona Pravya, and I'm a family fifth year student currently. So
Yeah.
I have a small doubt, like how can we get the internships in HUR? Like, what are the companies, and also how can we build our career in HUR, mainly in the foreign countries, or be it in India or abroad? Mainly abroad, ma'am, as you have said, you're working in Singapore right now. So
Yes. So, see, there are various ways, right, for working outside India. Either you get an internal transfer, let's say you're working with a company which sends you to another country, let's say for deputation first, okay, or maybe on a project, or maybe on a long term basis, right? One thing is this. Second is you keep on giving interviews and you get selected by any company which is based out of India. These are some of the options. Or third is many students who do their master's program or PhD program outside India, and then they start looking for jobs side by side. That is how they get enrolled and they start working outside. Sorry, Mona Pravya, what was your next question? Outside India, I've answered.
Ma'am, how can we build our career mostly in the foreign countries? As you
Yeah.
have said that you're working in the Singapore, so how can we build a future in HUR mainly? And what type of courses we need to do for building our career in abroad? I mean, like be it masters or PhD, like in which course we can choose in the masters or
Preferably health economics or public health.
See,
okay.
being a being a pharmacy person, I usually visit Naipur Mohali very frequently. So last time when I visit, actually last to last time, I saw that they have, their compulsory projects for their pharmacy students, pharmacy practice students into the HEOR and systematic review writing, and they are sending for internships, and they have the PhD in HEOR. They have the very highly working ISPR chapter. So the first thing what your colleges must do, and you guys must check with your colleges, is to start one ISPR chapter and to make it functional, right? To do some local projects in that. So you have that experience, you have that knowledge from the very basic college only, right? That is very important to do first.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Sir, how can we become CLIMAD intern?
CLIMAD intensive will be coming very soon. It is not right now open. It comes once in 6 months, okay, or once in 8 months. Very soon it will come, and we will inform you guys. Okay. I forgot to share the form in YouTube, so I'm just sharing the form in YouTube first. Otherwise, these people will, kill me, guys. So sorry. I'm so
No,
sorry.
no.
It's a little late for the YouTube. I'm sharing now form. Please fill the form in YouTube, guys. Okay. I've just shared. So sorry for being late.
Hi, Dr. Ajit. Dr. MS Rathod here.
Hi, Rathod sir.
Hello.
Hello,
Yeah,
sir.
so
Welcome.
So sorry I joined late due to some occupancy.
So, guys, Dr. Rathod is the principal at Gitanjali Institute of Pharmacy, Gitanjali University, Udaipur. Yes, sir. Over to you.
Thank you, sir, for
Yeah,
joining.
yeah, thank you. So actually, I want to ask just to add value into this, because many of the interns I am seeing that around 28 people are there. So what you might have shared these things. So what the students can do right now when they are pursuing their family because the subject in their fifth year curriculum. And the students are also asking that what are the studies that can be conducted which can help them to get into this HEOR and RW segment.
Sir, I took personally 5-7 minutes and the slides. There is one slide
Okay.
in my slide deck that is call to action. Okay. And the call to action for the student is when they are family student, they are doing 5th year project, they have to do something in HUR. I mean, whatever type of project they are doing, they can involve HUR. So when I'm talking HUR, HUR is not just health economics. Okay, HUR is a broad spectrum. It's a big umbrella where the students can go for prescription. What we say that prescription
Analysis.
patterns. What type of drugs and what are the choices of drugs are given in the hospital in different diseases. Someone can do in infectious disease, someone can do in cardiology, someone can do in rheumatoid arthritis, someone can do in immunology. They can do that, right? This is very common.
Cost
Right.
comparison analysis could be one of the
Comparison
things
analysis. And then the
yeah,
next part is the best part. They can do some health resource utilization. I did my whole PhD. My PhD main topic was health resource utilization. And what is health resource utilization? Simply, you just evaluate the cost, the burden of the disease, right?
Yes.
How much the patient is investing on investigations, how much they're investing on ICU, oxygen. I mean, and what type of resources had been utilized, how many consultations been done, how many follow-ups, everything, how many caretakers were there, the salary of the caretakers, their personal expenses, food expenses. So that's how we come to know how the disease is actually having the
Costing.
burden or impact on the society, right? So when we given the two terms, usually HUR at institutional level, at the students level, two things I'll tell you to involve in your projects. HRU, health resource utilization, right? Whatever health resource utilization. Second one is you understand DUE or DUR, drug utilization review or drug utilization evaluation. Okay. And third thing you can include, which is very much mandatory, you can include, which is quality of life. Okay. These three things are very important and you can add on to any kind of project. Okay. And these three are the core base of HEOR. When we talk about health economics, these three are the core. Okay. And you can start with this core in your project in the 5th year, in the 6th year, whenever you're doing. I suggest just if you're not doing complete HEOR project also, add on quality of life, add on some health resource utilization. This is mandatory and you can easily do it. You don't need the funds to do it because these all are observational studies, right? Don't go for the cost benefit analysis, interventional analysis or something.
Yes.
But you will start doing it. You will understand. And when you are a little bit of, having the interest into HUR, then you can definitely go for the technical studies when you are in 6th year or when you are in the, industry or when you want to do some. So you can plan some studies for 6 months free of cost in the hospital. You suggest, okay, let me be the, one of your investigator here, one of your, research coordinator here. We'll plan some studies, talk to the doctors and, it is easy. It is very easy. You don't have to do anything much in that, but you just have to learn it. Right. So that's my take and that's my suggestions to all of the, all the educators here, administrators here, principals, studies here. And I always tell that whichever college I go, I just tell them like, okay, involve something, which is now future, right? Or which is in the trend. So this is very important for all the families, all the, people who are joining us here, guys. Okay.
Yeah, I would like to share that with the students because the institution with which I was working previously. So
Yes.
this was the thing that simply one thing that we can do is the adding the Kupuswamy scale, which is
Yes,
taking
absolutely.
organization. This is one of the simplest thing that they can do. And one
Absolutely.
student was doing what he has done actually. He has done the study in which the government hospital he has done a study on the cardiovascular disease. Took one disease
Right.
done study in government sector and compared the overall cost, direct indirect cost with the private hospital. And this paper has been published in the Taylor and Francis Journal. So specifically this, so that this type of things are simple to do. They simply can take just the money is involved, economics is involved, so that every institution, every organization is conducting such sort of studies to reduce the healthcare burden and to healthcare cost. So this is just a small addition to to this. And Baki remaining experts are there. I hope they have shared the things. They must
Vishaji,
have
you want
shared.
to add something?
I think sir has covered everything, Dr. Ajit, and we
So
have
guys,
covered
any questions? You
majority
can
of the
take some questions from the
Yeah,
people
please.
also.
This is important thing. Please, students are encouraged. Those who are here from my institute and other institutions, they can please go ahead, please.
Yes.
Let's see the
Yeah.
chat. Okay. Yeah, please ask.
I have one question.
Please.
Shreyashi this side. So I'm a working professional. I am MPharm, and I have almost 8 years of experience in ICSR literature and aggregate reports. So I'm currently handling reviewing and authoring of aggregate reports. So I wanted to know, is there any relevance of HEOR in aggregate reports? Like learning HEOR can add value to aggregate reports, authoring or reviewing, which I'm doing currently.
See, many people who work on aggregate reports or a part of, let's say, pharmacovigilance, they switch to HEOR. It's very common. So, in aggregate reports, you get to have a know-how, you get to have the knowledge. With HEOR, it helps in completing the continuum where you get to know about the clinical outcomes, economic outcomes, quality of life, humanistic outcomes, etc. So, definitely learning about this will enhance your outlook, will I would say give you a 360-degree vision on how you can see your projects, and definitely you can perform better. You can also change your domain pure play into HEOR by learning these skills.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely fantastic. Okay, any other questions, guys?
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi everyone. I'm Sri from UK. I'm currently pursuing masters in public health. So I have a few doubts about this stream, and I'm quite familiar with health economics and research papers and everything. So even I'm trying to get a job or doing any intern, I didn't saw any offers giving from HER. So is there anything you need to suggest me to focus on strong? Like even health economics is one of the module from us, and other the research papers. Here we do our own papers like assignments. We don't allow to do some publications without any like proper I don't know what to say. So do you have any suggest, or do you from your side do you offer any interns from here?
So you're based in UK, right?
Yes.
So I know a lot of people who took up projects on HEOR from NHS.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I have a few friends and juniors who are taking HEOR domain in the NHS. They have a lot of projects, and then NICE also gives out a lot of HTA submissions. These are the
Yes.
two things I can suggest. Other than, there are a lot of companies like IQVIA. I mean, since I come from IQVIA previously, so you can right. And also, actually, I don't know if you are planning to go to ISPOR. It's in Glasgow,
Yeah.
right, in 9th, around 8th to 10th November. I would say if you can go there, you will be able to find out more about these kinds of opportunities in
Yes.
UK, right?
Absolutely.
Since you are there, right, and you can probably take a train maybe to Glasgow. It becomes easy for
Yeah,
your
sure.
commute, economic as well. And so my experience to ISPOR has been all the consulting companies come there,
Absolutely.
the major ones, and
Absolutely.
you can try. I have met a lot of people there who are aspiring for jobs. Just go visit their booths, tell about your interest, make your connections. Maybe not immediate, but in near future, once you are done, you can have an opportunity to work with them.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mahendra sir,
okay.
I just want to show something. For these students, it will be very useful. So, guys, look at this. If you can see my screen, right? Is it visible to all of you?
It's coming,
See,
Dr. Ajit. It's
yeah.
not yet
Coming.
there.
So this was
Yeah.
one of my PhD paper. Look at the title, and this is like first author is me. This was my one of the PhD PhD publication, which was done in 2019, 6 years back. Financial burden of heart failure in a developing country, cost analysis from Manipal Heart Failure Registry India, which was done by me. So such projects, this is definitely, I mean, one of the big project, 3 years follow-up and all. but you can make it for 6 months, you can make it for 3 months, you can make it cross-sectional studies. Such studies are very useful, and you can do, see, look at this, 5,461 accesses in last 6 months. I mean, last 6 years, 22 citations on this paper. So this not only gives you the job, but this gives you the recognition also, because these everyone has no courage to do such studies, guys. I'm telling you. And once you do such studies, this will be wonderful. See, I did it because of my interest. I'm into the research. I'm not into the HUR domain. Currently, I'm into the entrepreneurship. I'm working as senior scientist for ICMR. That is a different zone. But I was knowing that this is useful, right? And if you want to go to HEOR, definitely make some impactful publications, do some impactful research when you are in the PharmD or whatever you are doing in your domain, or public health, or health economics. Do something which is useful for you and which is useful for your future. Okay, so you can easily do that, guys. Okay, this is suggestible to all the students who are here joining from PharmD, pharmacy, or any other departments, right? अरे कितनी बार कर दिया है भाई हमने शेयर ये अटेंडेंस फॉर्म. Hey, can someone share the attendance form to them, yeah, again? Okay. Anyone else, guys? Any other questions we can take? I think there are many questions, but okay, we'll take. Okay. Arun is asking how to go forward with the study to design and validate a decision analytic model. That is a very technical question that you have to, ask us privately. We will tell you this later, or you
I
can
mean, for
email.
this we have separate classes, Dr. Ajit.
We have
The full
separate classes
question,
also. We have
full
separate
course
classes.
where we teach
Full
this, right?
course we have, or if you
Yeah.
want to get the answer, please email this to us. We will
Yeah.
definitely revert
Yeah.
back to you.
We will get back to you on this.
Yes, yes, yes.
So rather, I would suggest that this is a patientful journey, and then one can make a career. This is wonderful thing that I have come across, and very
Absolutely,
less
sir.
known. And particularly farm is typically fit into domain, right? Which can this thing. Because people are working.
I've
I'm
hired
telling
so
you,
many PharmD students. Hi, Dr.
I'm
Ajit sir,
telling
I've
you,
hired so many.
I'm telling you, this is made for PharmDs.
Yes.
Seriously, I've hired so many in
I'm
my.
telling you, this is made for PharmDs. They are just, I don't know why they're running behind clinical pharmacy, this. Definitely there are domains where they can get the good salary, they can make the impact.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Where they can
So
really make the impact.
because one thing that I would because I have also been there in teaching to family students for past
Absolutely.
12 years, 13 years, and
Yes.
understanding the psychology of the, because majority of the students are from the family background. I think they might be here.
Yes,
So that
absolutely.
removing the identity that you were carrying 6 years back when you were aspiring to become the medical doctor. So that identity is still they are carrying. And when they are reaching to the hospital, they are thinking that we are not able to do the as the doctor is doing. The comparison is there in the subconscious basically. So this is to be removed because a lot of opportunities are here in this pharmaceutical industry. You
Absolutely.
see that every area is having only thing is that we have to refine and sharpen our skills in particular chosen areas. एक और या दो area पकड़ लें उसमें skill sharpen करें.
Sir, I'll tell you one example. This is like a real time example. When I joined my pharmacy journey as a doctor of pharmacy post baccalaureate in the first year in 2011 in Manipal. Okay. By the time this medical affairs job, medical license, medical scientific license, MSL job was only for MDs or MDS people only, strictly. Okay. But in 2012, one of my senior got into the first person got after PharmD into the medical affairs. Okay. And now yesterday I was talking to one company, one of the big company. Okay, and they were telling, yeah, we are hiring. We need someone who can do good with the research, and we want some MSLs, one or two. I told, what's your preference, DM or MD or MDS? They were like, "Arey, PharmDs will also go with that." Okay.
Yes.
So now the change come is 1 lakh plus. They're
Yes.
starting in lakhs.
Correct.
अरे मैं 6 साल में एक expertise and then just
Exactly.
have specific training, you are
Yeah.
through.
Yes. So they just have to look into कि हमको जाना कहाँ है. They don't know. They are just into the
Scattered ideas.
I'll be very blunt. They are completely scattered in their career now. They are into the reels, or I don't know what they are watching, what they are doing, but they are not focused.
Yes,
They
वो
are my
focus आने का
juniors,
काम ही
they
तो
are
है
my
आपका हमारा.
offsprings. They are my, like juniors, very juniors to juniors, 10 years, 15 years junior, 12 years juniors, but I'm very blunt, they are not focused. If they are focused,
Hmm.
they'll get into wonderful jobs. There are
Yes.
plenty of jobs. The full of, buffet of jobs is going on, buffet of the jobs is there with almost, 8 to 12 lakhs of starting in the market per annum. But they're not looking into it actually. Any other questions, guys? We will wind up now. It's almost 1.5 hours. For a webinar,
It
it's
was
too much.
it was a wonderful discussion. I think students must have got the clarity and ideas to get into. Yeah, Marunisa, she's from my studio college actually.
Menon has asked
So,
this question
Sir,
twice,
please.
four, 5 times. She
okay.
has asked, currently I'm working as a QOL in breast cancer patients. How can I involve the concept of HUR in that? Risha ji, आपके लिए ये question.
Seriously, Rajpal, you can also answer this one, right? So, quality of life is a part of HUR, right? So, QL analysis form the part of HUR study. If you want to have more guidance on it, maybe you can share the research question with me and Rajpal. If you want any guidance on your thesis, we'll be happy to help. But yes, quality of life forms an outcome in the HUR study. Okay, it is a part of it. And if you complete your thesis in this, and if you publish, let's say 2 to 3 papers, you will have a very good career ahead. I can guarantee you that.
Yes.
सर ऐसा टॉपिक नहीं उठाते ना क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ और ये सब वाला बच्चे लाइक
नहीं
इट गिव्स देम अ वेरी गुड अंडरस्टैंडिंग.
हमारे यहाँ पे फॉर्मडी के अंदर मैडम आप ये देखें कि करीबन 8 से 10 क्वेश्चन 8 से 10
क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ
प्रोजेक्ट्स दो तीन के ग्रुप्स में दे आर वर्किंग ऑन द क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ एंड कैंसर डिपार्टमेंट्स एंड ऑल दिस
वेरी
थिंग्स.
गुड.
सो आई वी आर हैविंग स्पोर्ट्स चैप्टर आल्सो एंड यू आर आल्सो एडवाइजर देयर. डॉक्टर राय इज एडवाइजर हियर आल्सो एट आवर दिस चैप्टर. So that definitely this is the thing I consistently telling to my students. So with this platform also, I appeal to my and other family students also that just go and seriously think about this area, a wonderful one. So one can get this thing.
That is why, sir, we are saying that in our conference also we are bringing, and sir, you are a part of it. We are bringing global leaders for HUR so that students can directly ask them, right? What are the challenges? What can I do?
Opportunity, कितनी अच्छी opportunity.
कितनी अच्छी, sir. देखिए ना, the speakers are sitting in US, Italy, Europe, UK, Singapore, across the globe. We are bringing AI companies who will be giving a demo of their platforms in HUR, platforms in pharmacovigilance, etc. So वो इनफैक्ट अपना प्लेटफॉर्म का डेमो दे रहे हैं हमारी कॉन्फ्रेंस में. सो इट्स अ वंडरफुल अपॉर्चुनिटी.
इससे ज्यादा क्या मतलब कि जैसे मैंने ये शेयर किया, जस्ट सी द प्रोफाइल ऑफ द स्पीकर्स हु आर स्पीकिंग देयर. That's a very one time and rare opportunity to interact with them and sitting at your home.
Sitting at your home.
So that is, you need not to spend anything except the registration fee. So this is a wonderful one. That one has to think about his or her own career and interest if they want to. घर बैठे बैठे कोई चीज आएगी नहीं और सीधी सी बात है कि आप सोचो कि मुझे मैं कुछ करूँ ना और मुझे सब कुछ मिल जाए, then you have to take the first step at least.
Sir, they are the speakers. I was telling Rajpal also. I wish किसी ने मुझे मेरे कॉलेज में उनसे मिलाया होता. Like I really wish, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they are of that level. कि I wish किसी ने मेरे लिए वो कॉन्फ्रेंस कराई होती where I would have had the opportunity to go and interact with such leaders. You learn not only subject but you learn the soft skills also from them. Yes. How they deliver the lecture, how they speak, how much command they have on their language, what is their body language when they speak. So not only the technical but the competency or the softer skills also we learn from such leaders, right? So we still have questions, but yeah.
So instead छोड़िए नहीं आप जोड़े. So
and look at Dr. Ajit keeps on posting and coming up with new courses. Just follow all his pages.
Yeah, on my personal behalf also, I will share that you have taken a very good initiative and Dr. Ajit is doing a wonderful job, just increasing the awareness in the different segments. So we can have the clapping because this is selfless work and his dedication, being PharmD, he is connecting so many people of having the rich profile, rich experience. They can help out and they can guide out the PharmD students. Particularly, this is the wonderful, appreciable thing. So I appeal all the students that stay connected in this thing and then develop your career. This is not for anybody else. Don't think the small petty things. Okay, these people are there doing this. Just invest in yourself. invest in your knowledge, invest in so being a teacher मैं तो यही बात कर सकता हूँ being a mentor to the students.
LinkedIn
So-
profile, all of us are available there by our names. If you want to connect with any one of us, just type our name on LinkedIn and you will find us. We look the same on LinkedIn as well as we are looking here. No, sir, there are so many conferences I go where the picture is very different from what people are, but we look the same.
A very good sense of humor you are having, Dr.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Shreya is having some question.
I want to ask for your advice. I'm really interested in doing in HUR, but I'm not sure. We will be, so if it is related to CLIMED, Dr. Ajit will be coming with it soon. Otherwise, you know what? I'll tell you. Reach out to people on LinkedIn. Okay, not everyone replies. Right. You might be disappointed that I have written to 100, only 1 or 2 replied. That's fine. But at least let's say there are people in different consulting companies who are working. Just write to them, ask if there is any internship opportunity, please let me know. That way 2-3 things will it will help you. First is you will develop your network, right? Second thing is you will gain visibility. Third thing, you will gain confidence. And fourth thing, even if there is no immediate opportunity available, the person will remember you. Okay, so make an effort, keep on writing to people, write to people in different companies, Optum, WNS, IQVIA, Everson, all these are speakers, sir, in our conference, they'll kill me. But of course, find these people and write to them. Rajpal is there, he works for ZS. Ask when the internship opens, right? And you can reach out to DualSphere, you can reach out to CLIMED, and you can join us as available.
Yeah. So I think, Dr. Ajit, we can wind up the session and the remaining.
Yes, sir, we can wind up definitely. Dr. Richa, can we wind up? Please wind up.
Yes. So thank you everyone for your attention, and hope we were able to make a little difference in your thought process for HUR. We have shared the conference link also, and hope to see some of you there. Thank you. Thank you, Rathore sir, for joining. Thanks, Rajpal.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank
Dr.
you.
Ajit.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye. Have a wonderful